What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to go over meta icons under the price of 1,000,000 coins. Now when it comes to icons, it's not always the most expensive one that's the best. It's always the one that's got the best stats. I want to walk you through some of the best icons you can get. And the first icon we're going to start off is with Butragueño. Now Butragueño has always been very much an underrated player. I think it really just comes down to his price. Of course the base. Now, let's be honest, when you're looking for a striker, ideally you do want a 5-star weak foot. Someone like Butragueño, he does that. He comes under just under 1 million on PS4. But that 5-star weak foot, and especially with the 3-star skill moves, don't forget they buffed 3-star skill moves now. So although you can't do like a Keta, you can still do like stop and go and stop and turn lower level of it. But the most important thing is when you put a hunter on him, becomes one of the best strikers in the game. 99 sprint speed, 99 finishing, amazing agility balance. We all know when it comes to delay, that's what you need, agility and balance, and a 5-star weak foot. This is one of the key marksman strikers that you can get. In fact, they had this in icon swaps last year. Unfortunately, icon swaps have been a bit of a shambles this year. But Butragueño has always been at the forefront in terms of all the icon strikers. Someone had to ask me, I'll definitely say someone like Butragueño can definitely play up front or even on a wing as a lamb or ram in a 4-2-3-1. Now going back into the club, we're going to go look for another player. And then we're going to go for a midfielder now. Now, I'll be honest, the best box-to-box midfielder I've used this year is Renato Sanchez. But one icon that does that very well is Seedorf. Now, you might be thinking, hang on, isn't there Seedorf, a higher version, the cam? Isn't he more effective, or you can argue better value because even though he's a tad bit more? Well, this is the thing. This Seedorf is not bad. You know, he's high medium, he's a very attacking player. But the reason why I prefer the 85 is, number one, he's a bit more defensive stats. Now, why this is important is the aggression and defensive stats makes him a better centre mid, like a dynamic centre mid. And that's the reason why I like him personally. But above all, he's high. Now, high work rates, I think this year is more important. So if you put a centre mid on balanced with high work rates, they're always positioned perfectly. And unfortunately, I suppose you can say the 88 version is 1,000,000 coins. You're better off just saving your coins, going for the base Nedved, high work rates, and better defense stats. You put a shadow on him, and he becomes an exceptional centre mid. Look at those stats. Imagine that as a centre mid, someone like Kante, who'll be a top tier midfielder. In fact, I used to always get a save off if I couldn't afford someone else like him. If you're looking for a good box-to-box player, good stamina, good strength, good aggression, good jumping, good passing, good pace, and of course good dribbling, he's definitely a player that you can get in your team that can also defend, attack, but also can bring the ball forward from your defense to attack. That's what's key, because when you pick up the ball midfield, you need to pass the ball and bring the ball up to your strikers. And of course he's an icon, so it makes it much easier for you to link him, as opposed to, for example, using someone like Renato Sanchez, where you're pretty much restricted to using either Portuguese players or using someone in League 1 or Liga, should I say. The next player we're going to go with is Carlos Alberto, otherwise known as Capita. This is the main one, Carlos Alberto. This is the thing, he's not where you think. Now Carlos Alberto is probably one of the best players in the game in terms of defense. Now if you have 1,000,000 coins and you're looking for an icon centre back, he's who you buy. Now why would you play this guy in centre back? Because he's got amazing sprint speed, amazing defensive stats, 5'11". I think he's perfect. You put an anchor on him, and even if you play him at centre-back on 7 chemistry, name me one centre-back that's better than his card. You might have seen the pro players use this guy in centre-back. He is really good. Top-tier sprint speed, top-tier defending, and top-tier physicality. And of course, he's got that fantastic shooting. 3-star, 4-star, 4-star weight for more important for a centre-back. Decent positioning if he does go forward, and of course good dribbling, agility, balance, especially in bad gameplay to keep up with your opponent. If someone's got Ben Yedder or Neymar on the ball, you need good agility and balance. But more importantly, above everything, he's more of a better centre back than a right back. There's no point buying base Blanc when you can get Capita, which is much more faster, can recover quicker, and he's just only 725. Good value for money, good defensive player. Now moving on to another offensive player, we're going to go with someone else who's got a 5-star weak foot. You can probably have a little guess who he is, and that is Dow Glich. Now there's 2 versions of Dow Glich. Now ideally I would say, if you can, try to go ahead and get the 90 version. This one over here. Now ideally, if you can, try to get a 90 version. If you can't, get the 87. Again, the exact same thing. I would say playing with a hunter, top tier agility and balance. In my opinion, is he better than Butragueño? I don't know. It's kind of a personal preference. I like him because he's got 5-star, 4-star. So if you do like to use Lacoqueta, Dow Glich is a benefit over that. He's also got 99 finishing. Hasn't got, I would say, the most amazing. It's not like it's not like a Eusebio. It's not like a Eusebio, don't get me wrong, or a Cruyff. But for the price, no one else is better. I think him and Butragueño are really the top tier for under 1 million coins. And for just 1 million, I mean, gone a bit over now. By the time you watch the video, it'll be lower. High sprint speed, high finishing, high shot power, very high agility and balance. Can you really say no to someone with a 5-star weak foot? The one of the most clinical strikers in the game. Coming towards Team of the Year, hopefully his price will go down. But yet another very good card. So if you've got 1 million coins looking for another player that can play in striker, I would say get Dow Glich. But the difference is Dow Glich, you need to play him, I would say, in striker. You can't play him on the wing like Butragueño. Butragueño's got a bit better sprint speed in my opinion, and therefore he can play better on the wing as opposed to Dow Glich. I think mainly he's just, I would say, more of a cam, or I suppose you can say a centre forward. Moving over to another defensive player, we're going to mix this up again. We're going with Canavaro. Now this is the thing, Canavaro has multiple cards, but the best card in my opinion is the Canavaro base card. Now the Canavaro SBC may have come out, you might have heard my opinions on it, so why would I choose the base Canavaro over the prime? It's kind of like, and the same with like Nedved. The 92 is very good, don't get me wrong. But you see, if you get the 92 version, you lose a bit of agility, don't get me wrong. You get the better reactions, but you lose 5 sprint speed. 5 sprint speed is actually a big thing, and it's a difference. Yes, you can argue you're paying 200k more, but why don't you just pay 200k less? Canavaro with a shadow, perfect. Got the perfect agility and balance, 5'9", perfect stand tackling, starting, good jumping, good strength, good aggression, good stamina. Everything you want for a perfect dynamic centre back. Now I would prefer Capita over Canavaro, but if you're someone who's really anal about chemistry and you need to have 10 chemistry in your team, then of course feel free and use Canavaro. But personally, I would go with Capita. But it's another good card that's very much underrated. You see Desai and Campbell when realistically the agility and balance really was really put at the forefront. And I'll be honest, if it was up to me, I'd prefer to have a centre back with a good agility and balance and sprint speed. Hence why I always go back to the usual. Oh yeah, look, if you haven't got good agility and balance, just don't play them in centre back. In my opinion, I prefer good agility and balance and good pace. The next player we've gone with is Stoichikov. Another good card. Again, he has 2 variations. He has the base card and he has the 90 rated. Now the base card is probably I suppose you can say the less, or maybe it's the better value for money in theory, because you get the hunter. If you play him on 10 chemistry, you do get, of course, maximum sprint speed, good finishing and shot power. He hasn't got the best weak foot. Don't get me wrong, I am aware of that, but I think he makes a fantastic winger. Someone as a lamb, someone as a ram in a 4-2-3-1, someone as like a left mid, a right mid in a 3-5-2, or even someone as a second striker with someone like Ronaldo, Neymar up front, or Ben Yedder or Dow Glich. Even as a second striker, I think it's a job done very well. Got really good agility and balance. I would say though, in my opinion, you're better off going for the 90 version. Now the 90 rated version, he's a left winger, so don't get me wrong. If you're going to be playing him off chemistry, you have to make a decision, who you're going to buy. Because if you play him as a left forward or a left mid in a centre mid or striker position, he will get 7 chemistry. But I just think, personally speaking, if I was to compare both of them, they're both very close. But why not just pay a bit extra for the much better stats, much better finishing, and of course you do get that dribbling extra as well. So why not? But I'll definitely say Stoichikov for 6.75. I think he's a good winger card. If you can't reach someone like Dow Glich or Butragueño just yet, he's a very good card. Otherwise, I'd recommend someone like 89 Nedved. I know we went in over him. And don't forget, I got a video on. I suppose you can say everyone under 500k. I got a video on that already. But 89 Nedved is also a really good card. 5-star weak foot, 4-star. And the last card I want to go over, just to kind of finalize it, is I want to go with Overmars. Now, Overmars is a card that I've always used for many years. Not just because I'm an Arsenal fan, but the 90 rated card is really good. 517k, an exceptional winger. Now this is the key. I would say an engine on him, because if you're going to play Overmars, yes, he's got a 5-star weak foot, but you wouldn't really play him in strike. I mean, I'd rather have someone like Nedved over Overmars in strike. And you probably got Neymar, you probably got Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder's probably better than Overmars because of his finishing. So as a winger, when you put an engine on him, maxes out that sprint speed, gets that agility and balance boost, 99 dribbling, amazingly good stamina, 92, good crossing, good passing, decent finishing, so you can argue you can still shoot. 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills, and 5'8" will be an absolute perfect lamb or ram. And of course, he's high medium, so high attacking work rates, medium defense is probably one of the best work rates you can get for wingers. I would say as a lamb, a ram, or a left wing and a right wing, he can play on either side. In fact, I used him in my 3-5-2. A very much affordable card and a very, very good card. These are some of the icons I'd recommend under 1 million coins. You haven't seen the video on just under 500k. I want to do one honorable mention if you did stay all the way, and that is Base Blanc. In my opinion, the best, in my opinion, I put Base Blanc over Vieira. The reason why, maybe Vieira is a bit better this year, maybe you can argue, but the reason why I like Blanc is, number one, he's much faster than Vieira. Number two, Blanc can actually shoot, whereas Vieira can't. Number three, he's got good short passing and long passing. Vieira's passing was always a big issue. But number four, above everything, he's got a good agility and balance. He's still 6'4", so he's got that long reach with his legs. But with that better agility and balance, you can play him as a box-to-box, but as a CDM with a shadow. Someone like him with Renato Sanchez, someone like him with Bruno Fernandes. Very good combinations, two top-tier players. And that's what I'd say. He is just a bit over at 1.1 but 900k on Xbox. But I would recommend Base Blanc as well if you're looking for a card like that. But anyway, guys, that's a very underrated card. You might see a lot of pro players using it, and that's the reason why people have Base Blanc in his team. And that's the reason why he's so expensive over his other variations. But thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget I do stream on twitch.tv/NealGuides, and all my social media links such as YouTube, Twitter, and my second channel as well, NealGuides 2. And of course, my Instagram is down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.